Hi there, it's Siobhan here, the Galloping Housewife. I'm on my way into Ayr today to go and see the dentist. And yeah, I'm planning to. I will stop by and see Percy and Mitch on the way home. I don't know whether I will ride. We're currently in a lull between two named storms. So we had Dudley last night that blew its tits off. We had wind up where we are about 100 k's an hour, so about 60 miles an hour. And it's calmed down a bit this morning, and although it looks bright out there behind me, if you can see, today it was just a moment ago, it was hailing, sleeting, so yeah, it's a bit in and out, and we are and the storm that's coming through tonight is not supposed to be quite so windy. We're probably only going to get sort of like 30 mile an hour winds, but it is, we're expecting blizzard conditions, so we're expecting it to absolutely chuck it down with snow. And right now I'm just coming into a hail shower, so that's what you can hear, hailing and sleeting, and I've got a rainbow and I've got my sunglasses on because it's actually sunny on this side and shitty and stuff on that side. So yep, Scotland in the winter, and actually that's kind of what I really wanted to talk about today. I haven't been ignoring you guys. I can't remember the last time that I came and recorded one of these. I know I haven't put it up, but it was a particularly miserable rant with Mitch having his eye playing up again, and us having god awful problems with the home office, and it's been really stressful. There's been a few other things going on, and Tuesday I was a guest on a podcast which is yet to be published. I will let you guys know when that is published. And last night I had my weekly Zoom call with the with the women that are doing Sort Your Shit Out. And it just was the theme over the whole lot, was like, it's just a god awful time of year. And I apologise for those of you that are watching this from New Zealand and Australia and South Africa. Yeah, I've got viewers all around the world, but but those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, essentially. I don't think I've got any South American. I've got a lot of North Americans, but anyway. It's those of you in the Southern Hemisphere who don't really understand, but put yourselves in the middle of winter. It's just like this time of year. I find it is actually harder in the Northern Hemisphere when you have this whole thing of like working up to Christmas and New Year and the holidays and all that, and then January starts and we're all really excited because we're New Year, all that bullshit, but we've got that sort of like calendar fueled motivation to get going, and then we hit. And slowly as January goes, and we realise that actually we're exactly the same us as we were last year, and that the weather is still shit. We can't do what we really want to do anyway, and then we get into February, and it's every time we take one step forward, we're taking two steps back, and the days are still, although they're getting longer, which is exciting, but the days are still short and dark, and the mud's up to your arsehole deep to a tall man, as my dear friend used to say when we were working in the States. It's really hard to stay motivated, and to be quite frank, you don't have to. There's no rules. If you want to, curl up for the month on the couch with Netflix, then fucking knock yourself out. It's not the end of the world. Life will still be there when you pick it up next month or whatever. It's like we don't have to be the high achievers all the time. We don't always have to be pushing forward, and we certainly don't need to be always taking big steps forward. If a little step is all you can manage, then a little step is all you need to do. It's like, it is fine. And I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to always be on the improve, and always to be, full on, and always to be doing shit. And it's like, that's just not necessary. So is that, and if any of you were wondering how things went with the Home Office, I am going to. There is actually I'm writing a book, so I've got 2 books coming, but one is the Galloping Housewife Manifesto, so it's kind of like basically the stuff that I do in my courses, stuff that I do on here, and the stuff that I put on the Facebook page, and stuff that I put on my blogs in like a book format. But I'm also doing one that is quasi-autobiographical. It's just a little bit of a story of the amazing things that I have been fortunate enough to see and do in a very short life. But one of them is going to be about our battle with them. One of the chapters is going to be about our battle with immigration, because it is absolutely fucking absurd. And so we were going in for a super priority appointment, which is where you pay an extra, in our case £2,500, so that you can have your case decided. So it's £800 per person, so you can have your case decided in 24 hours, which seems excessive, and actually is, but having gone through the trauma of one of our applications taking 11 months to process, and living under the hostile environment for, was actually 18 months in total, was just was not okay. It was not okay on our mental health. It was not okay on us financially. It was not okay. It was just not okay. And so it's a choice that we have made, and that we're really lucky to be able to make, to pay to have it done in 24 hours. The only thing is that because the Home Office is not fit for purpose, you're supposed to put your application on and have your biometrics done, and so it takes 24 hours. What's happening at the moment is that you put your application in, you can't get a biometrics appointment for a full month. In some cases it's longer. In fact, it's been up to 3 months, but it's currently a month. And then you go and have your appointment, and then the Home Office's definition of 24 hours is also a little bit different from the rest of the world. It's 24 hours from when you have your biometrics done. So these are the same biometrics that we've already done. So I think it was our 5th or 6th time having biometrics done. But exactly the same biometrics that I was born with. So it really quite interesting that they have to keep repeating it. So but anyway, we've got a decision, and we've got a visa, we've got our leave to remain, but once again they have issued us a visa in a category that we are not eligible for, and that we actually didn't apply for, and this has happened to us in the past, so this is not the first time that we have been issued, like I said. So it's great, we've got this little card that says we can stay here for another 30 months, so it's only 2.5 years, but we're still actually not really legal, not really documented, because they could say that we've got this, we've got our status falsely. So our agent, last time we had to reapply at full cost again, to get it switched over, and we had to do that time because this extension relied on our visa being in the correct category. But it's not. So this time it doesn't really matter because the next visa is not reliant on us extending this visa. It's just a 10-year legal residence application for indefinite leave to remain, which I haven't got time to explain. So but anyway, so we're waiting to find out whether we need to change it, need to go through that whole application process again. And if you'll remember, if you've been no, you probably won't know, but it's cost us as a family £10,000 for 2.5 years to be here, so we may have to do that again, or whether we can get away with just sitting on this current illegal visa. It's meant that I can't get to a really good friend's, or we can't get to a really good friend's wedding in South Africa that we were really looking forward to. And it's just still unsettling and a bit shit. So I've got that just going on. It doesn't help my sort of anxiety and just general motivation. It's quite distracting, as you can imagine, and downright fucking infuriating. I wish I could say that I am surprised by this, but to be honest, I am not. I am not. It is actually part of the course. And how dealing. So anyway, so I just wanted to say that, like it's very easy to watch me and to read what I write in The Galloping Housewife and think, hey, I've got everything sorted and I'm always motivated and I'm always positive, and also to think that because I've got everything sorted and I'm always motivated and I'm always positive, that there's not some really not nice shit going on in the background. It's and my shit's different, is reasonably unique, and it is, I am fully acknowledge it, it's completely self-imposed. If I didn't want to immigrate to the UK, if I didn't want to keep my kids here because they're now settled here, if I didn't want to keep going with my 2 businesses that I've got set up here now, if I didn't want to still have a shot at the world stage with my horses, then I could go back to New Zealand. Like that is my choice, but in reality it's still shit that I'm going through. I mean, your shit will be different, but we're all dealing with shit most of the time. Anyway, that's me for now, and I will be back. I don't know when the hell I'll be back. I am, like I said, I'm stopping off to see the horses. I don't anticipate I'll ride. We've got snow for the next forecast for the next 3 days here in Scotland, blizzard conditions for the next 48 hours, and then just sort of rainy, sleety shit. And then on Monday I am taking Mitch back up to the hospital at Glasgow for a review again. Joy. So that's where we're headed. So fuck knows when I'm going to be back in the car going out there. But anyway, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're all good, and I will chat to you next time I'm going somewhere. Bye now.